Dave here.
I'm Ted.
And we're Nerdarchy.
Basically, here is the greatest tool and the greatest advantage that's being offered to you as a GM, as a DM. You have a world that it might be something that you're playing right out of a book, or it might be something that you're creating, or it could be something that you're throwing together. But players, if you've got good players, they want to be somebody. They don't want to just be this two-dimensional character sheet and trudge through adventures. If you read novels, if you watch TV shows, if you've got somebody who's just there going through the motions, it's not as enjoyable to take part in. So if you tell your players, look, I'm not letting you roleplay this character unless you give me some kind of backstory. Who was he before we sat down at the table? Before he walked into that inn, before he, came to your city, whatever time frame or whatnot setting you're in, there's somebody there. I personally, as a player, I can't sit at the table and just roll up with some dude without knowing why he is, what he is, where he is. It's all important. You can't make a decision without having that information. My typical is 1 to 2 pages typed about who my character is and why he's doing what he's doing, because it allows me to make those decisions. Do you do that?
Yeah, sometimes I do, but no matter what kind of person you are as a player, as a gamer, you don't have to write pages and pages of backstory. Even if you just come up with where your character's from and why he's adventuring. Something interesting for the game master to latch onto and incorporate into his story. As a game master, I always like to look at my character, the characters that my players have presented me, and any backstory they have, because I like to build my adventures around those. And whenever possible, I like to interweave those backstories in ways that my players never anticipated and never thought about, because instead of doing the old, you're all sitting in a tavern, and you randomly throw them together, a lot of times I'll put the players in situations based on their backstory that kind of has them all in the same place, and I'll turn that into a plot for my initial adventure arc. And what this does is this gets your players to really engage with the game and the world you're presenting. You're making them feel important, and you're making them feel like their characters matter to the story, because each one of them, even though they have different goals, different backstory, all of a sudden you made a handful of them, the star, the center of attention. And the funny thing is, you can have a bunch of players feeling the same way at the same time, and they don't even realize that the story is just about as much the other characters as it is theirs.
Go ahead and make some comments, click like, subscribe, check out our other videos. But for today, I'm Ted.
Dave.
This is Nerdarchy, nerd stuff for nerds.